So I've had my Steam Deck for a year and a half now, and I'm still loving it. There's been a few minor problems. I might have cracked the screen, and I've even had to completely reinstall the Steam operating system.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
But overall, it's still a fantastic piece of hardware that I've been using nearly every day for the past year and a half. I love my Steam Deck, and it's almost become a meme amongst friends because I've always got it with me. I'll usually dock my Steam Deck to my TV, Bluetooth for PlayStation 5 controller, and load up some RPGs and roguelikes or action roguelikes. Currently playing a bit of World of Warcraft and working through Yakuza Kiwami 2. I want to work my way through all the Yakuza games and catch up with the series. And at night when I get too tired for games, I'll often switch to desktop mode and watch some anime, movies or TV shows.
War never changes.
I originally went with the cheapest option for the Steam Deck, which doesn't have a ton of storage space, but I picked up a micro SD card that gives me plenty of space for games. I can't fit tons of the larger, more modern games on my Steam Deck, so I'll have to swap what's installed and re-download games, which might take a little while on the Steam Deck. I don't regret going for the model with smaller storage. I can even upgrade the hard drive if I really wanted to, but I'm content just swapping what's installed. My original model is actually being phased out anyway, and if you're going to pick up a Steam Deck, the newest, cheapest model will have loads more space by default, so space for games will be less of an issue.
You better be worth the money, every last gil.
Okay, let's get into some of the minor problems that have revealed themselves over the time I've had my Steam Deck. Occasionally my Steam Deck gets stuck booting up and I'll have to turn it off and on again.
Hello IT, have you tried turning it off and on again?
There was a time I completely bricked my Steam Deck by fully filling up the main hard drive. It just couldn't boot up.
We all make mistakes.
So on my PC, I had to download the Steam operating system onto a USB stick and completely reinstall it. I'm a lot more wary of letting that main hard drive fill up now, especially when I've only got 64GB. Probably why Valve are phasing out this model for one with 4 times the storage space by default. And it turns out I've cracked my screen a little. I'm not sure when I did this. I think I dropped my phone or controller on it, so it's not quite as indestructible as the Nintendo Switch screen that has plastic covering, as opposed to the Steam Deck's glass covering. So I probably should have invested in a screen protector, but it'll live. It's just the top layer of glass. I can't even see the crack when I look at the screen straight on, and it doesn't seem to affect the touchscreen functionality. Pity we're now past the 1-year warranty. So what have I been playing with my time with the Steam Deck? Well, when I initially got my Steam Deck, I was talking about how blown away I was with the MMO Final Fantasy XIV running on it. Recently I've been dabbling in World of Warcraft. The game's in a pretty good place at the moment. Again, just mind-blowing how well World of Warcraft runs on this. Now I can live my dream of playing World of Warcraft on the toilet. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Quickie trying to grow the channel, cover lots of RPGs, and if you consider subscribing or liking the video, it would be a huge help. Thank you. I mentioned it earlier, I've generally been playing RPGs and roguelikes or action roguelikes. I prefer to play first-person games with keyboard and mouse, so I'll save them for my PC. You can use keyboard and mouse with Bluetooth or a Steam Dock, but keyboard and mouse can be a bit awkward if you're not at a desk. Of course, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and 7 Remake plays fairly well on the Steam Deck.
Yeah!
Slows down a bit when you're in towns with lots of NPCs around. Loved replaying older Final Fantasies. Pixel remasters are pretty great for the Steam Deck. Recently played South Park The Fractured Butthole, which again works really well on the Steam Deck with its 2D South Park art style. And I'm working my way through the Yakuza series slowly, halfway through Yakuza Kiwami 2. Had to play with the settings a bit, but now playing at a constant decent frame rate. Roguelikes like Slay the Spire and Monster Train, and action roguelikes like Vampire Survivors, Brotate or Halls of Torment, they're all really fun. I might squeeze a few attempts in before I go to bed. Might get a tiny bit of slowdown when there's a ridiculous number of enemies on the screen. It's hard to tell if that's the game engine or the Steam Deck that can't keep up. I think the Persona series is a good fit for the Steam Deck.
Let's go!
I used to play the portable versions of 3 and 4 on PSP and Vita, so it feels really nostalgic playing the new ones on the Steam Deck.
Here we come! There's no escape!
My battery is still holding up after a year and a half. It's only lasting a few hours when playing loads of games. and I generally try to optimize my games for at least a stable 40 frames a second, and indoors I'll have the screen brightness quite low. I'm still using ProtonDB to get games working that might not be supported. A new feature that was added in is custom startup animations. And of course I'm using the Ranny one from Elden Ring. Awesome little bit of personalization to your Steam Deck. So would I still recommend the Steam Deck 1.5 years later? Absolutely. Portable or docked, like a PC or console, it can play a lot of the brand new modern games, but you'll generally have to make a few compromises to the visuals or frame rate. Fantastic for everything else. If you've got loads of money, there's new handheld PC alternatives that may outperform the Steam Deck, but in terms of value for money, I'm still extremely happy with my Steam Deck. Peace for now.